Hello friends! Much needed hair tutorial coming at you because we are looking greasy. I have been really trying to not put a lot of heat on my hair as of the last, while. And so I have yet to do my hair in the last 5 days. I have just been making do with headbands and putting half of it up, etc. But enough is enough. We need to curl it. We need to revitalize this hair look. And make us look not like a greasy flat mess. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys a shopping link. So this is where you can find everything that I'll be using on major discount. Let me go ahead and pin it here. Okay, so first things first is always hair protection. Doesn't matter what your hair texture, type, length is like. Heat protection is number one. This is my favorite heat protector. This is the thermal agent. This is a protectant, and it not only helps to protect your hair from heat up to I think it's like 400 and something. It's like really hot, but it's alcohol free, which is important. And then 450 it protects your hair up to. It also has frizz fighting ingredients. So if your hair is naturally really frizzy, this product is so good, helping to just like tame that and giving you like a sleek finish, all while protecting your hair. So I go ahead and like spray it pretty far because I want this to like mist my hair. I don't want this to douse my hair. Something else that's going to be really important is to make sure that you brush your hair, because you want to make sure that all of that is distributed evenly. Nothing is going to, you don't want any buildup. So step one is the thermal agent. Step two, brush your hair. I love this brush right here. So next step, and this is the most important step when it comes to having oily hair, is what dry shampoo you're using. I cannot recommend this dry shampoo enough. This is called the Style Revival Dry Shampoo. It is incredible because not only does it help with volume, helps with texture, helps with grit, so it's going to make your curls last longer and be more defined, but it helps to absorb all of that odor and oil. So you're gonna go ahead and spray this. I always do like down my part and then section by section. It really depends on how oily my hair is looking or feeling on how much I use, but pretty much that's about it. Sometimes I use a little less than that. Now it does spray like a starchy white, but as you massage this in, it will vanish. So even if you're a brunette, you can still use this. I feel like I always we need all that. So massaging this in not only, again, is going to help to absorb odor, oil, and the oiliness, but it's going to help with volume and prep the hair. And then always knock everything over. And then always make sure that you brush that out from using, because no matter what, we don't want any tangles or anything like that in our hair. So again, step one is going to be protection, and that's the thermal agent. Step two is the Style Revival Dry Shampoo, and then the hairbrush. So all three of these things are on major discount on that link right there in the comments. Now, as far as what tool to use, I've been addicted to using this tool lately because of just how versatile it is. So this is the Duo Flex, and the reason that it's so versatile is because with a flick of a switch, you have two tools all in one. So you have the looser option or the tighter option. So depending on how long your hair is or how you want the curls to look, you have that ability here. Now to turn it on, you're going to go ahead and press and hold the power icon till it stops blinking up and down, and then you're going to select the desired temperature. I prefer 360. I always recommend to start low and then to get hotter depending on your hair type and like thickness, and if it's color treated, all of that matters. But I personally just go straight to 360. Now this flat iron is so rad because it has air vents. It also has curved plates. So it's kind of like a wand and a flat iron and a curling iron all in one. So it's like a 3-in-1, but also because you have this little flick of a switch setting, it's like having 2 different size wands all in one. So it's really rad. These air vents also are going to cool the curls as they come out with the fan icon. You can turn it off if you don't want it on, but honestly, the fan is going to help to set the curls so your hair is not going to fall, especially when you're having an oily hair day. I feel like that tends to be when my hair doesn't want to hold a curl very well. So the Style Revival Dry Shampoo and then the fan icon on here is going to be of huge assistance. Now, the other thing that's really awesome about this is that it does have like a little clamp, like a curling iron. So if you aren't used to curling your hair with a flat iron, this makes it almost feel like you're curling it with the curling iron. But I love that it's super fast, super easy, and it's super affordable. So we're gonna go ahead and just start at the base and then curl away from our face. And a kind of a tip or trick or whatever you want to think of it as when you're curling your hair, for how like thick to grab the sections, whatever thickness of a tool you're using, that's how thick you want the section. So for example, this is a 1-inch plated flat iron. So you want to use 1 inch or less sections to curl your hair. If you're doing thicker sections, it could not hold the curl as well, or it could just not provide the finish that you're wanting. So 1 inch or less. Especially if you have a really hard time curling your hair, less is more. So less hair at once. So curling in smaller sections will help to achieve kind of bouncier looking curls. Now with this flat iron, it literally glides through the hair like butter. So you're just going to place at the base of the hair and then curl away and just pull out. And I'm very gently like pressing this clamp. Sometimes I'm not pressing it at all, but if you feel any tension, like it's not sliding through as well, you can gently, gently, gently press this open a smidge. But you could just also pull straight outward and it will glide right through. And you're gonna get effortless looking, bouncy, beautiful, voluminous curls every time. So amazing. And then like I said, they're having a really good, amazing price on everything on that link right there. They also do offer a 60-day money-back guarantee. So if you are not thrilled on anything you purchase, which I highly doubt that ever being the case, but it's also nice to be able to shop without worrying. So you have 60 days. So I love the aspect of launch. And they also do offer Afterpay. So you can essentially shop till you drop and pay in 4 interest-free payments. And it doesn't run your credit at all. Whoever invented Afterpay is a genius. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. I have like a lot of different layers on this side because I cut my hair with like being really, really layered a while ago, and I've been kind of growing out those little layers. So I kind of move around randomly on this side of my hair just because that's where most of my hair is. So I kind of go back and forth with what shampoo and conditioner I use from Launch. It just kind of depends what I'm trying to achieve. For example, if I'm trying to focus on my hair growth, or if I'm feeling my hair is feeling really dry or really oily or anything like that, the one tried and true item that I always use from Launch is their purple mask. They have this violet toning mask, that's what it's called, and it removes all of the yellow, all of the brassiness from your hair. So if you're trying to get that like gorgeous platinum finish for summer, definitely grab the violet toning mask. You shampoo your hair. I always shampoo twice, by the way. And then you're going to do the mask. You take like a quarter size amount and apply evenly in your hair. Really like work it into every strand, especially like the base, or especially wherever you're experiencing any brassiness in your hair. And then you leave it in for like 3 to 5 minutes. It really kind of depends on like your hair, how long to leave it in for. For me, longer the better. Like I love when it comes out looking like violet. Like how cute is that girl? And then you rinse it out. You do not need gloves, despite what it says in the bottle. I've never had it turn my hands purple or my white tile in my bathroom. I do always make sure to rinse off the tile in my shower and like my hands, obviously. But it is so good. But you can't go wrong. Any of Lange's shampoos and conditioners are amazing. And they do all have like descriptions on what they do and what they're best for. I do really love Lange's website. They have it organized really nicely on what you're struggling with, or if you just go to the shampoo and conditioner area, they have some really awesome descriptions on like what they do, who they're best for. So make sure you read through those descriptions, and they're also on, like they're discounted so great. So definitely now's the time to check that out. So we're gonna go on these last finishing touches near our face. I tend to move a little bit quicker because I don't wanna apply a ton of heat here. And I also like the pieces near my face to be very like loose and kind of whimsical, not super tight curls or anything. And then always notice how I'm like pulling every hair forward. You always want to make sure that nothing is tangled or like anything like that. Now, if you have to redo a curl or you want to split up the curl, let it cool and then apply the flat iron. You don't want to go like straight back to back to back to back with your flat iron, because that's when you're going to experience some breakage. So we're going to go in and just kind of recurl any pieces that I want either larger or more whimsical, like I said. So you get that piecey kind of textured, messy curl look, which I tend to really like. Okay, same thing back here. And then for the back, I really just go off feel. I always say the back of your hair is none of your business. So we don't really worry too much about that. We're just gonna kind of feel around. If it feels straight, we'll go ahead and add some body to it. But most of the pieces in the back of my hair are really, really short. So I don't really have like a ton of like room to curl. So I basically will just add a little bit of just like body and texture. Just like that. Okay, and there we have it. Just super textured and fun. I love this flat iron. It is so fast. It is so stinking easy. And I love that you have the multiple options on how tight or loose you want your curls with literally a flick of a switch. For my hair, I did use the tighter option for the whole thing, because I have just shorter hair, so I want all of that volume and texture. So I tend to go with the tighter curl option, but there is the looser curl option too. Okay, so to turn it off, you just press and hold the power icon. It powers down. Sorry, I'm like yelling now. And then to hold the curls in place, this is my hands down favorite styling product from them. It's called the Move It Dry Texture Spray. It's essentially like a dry texture wax in a spray form. So we're gonna go ahead and spray everywhere. And then now is when we're going to go ahead and tousle the curls and kind of play around with like how they look all over. And this is gonna help with the body, help with the texture, and hold all of that body into place. So there's the hair tutorial again. So Move It Texture Spray, Style Revival Dry Shampoo, Thermal Agent, Sienna Hairbrush, and then the Ladua Flex are the 5 items that I used in today's tutorial. So super affordable, super quick, and super easy. So again, 60-day money-back guarantee. Make sure that you check out these items. Love the 60-day money-back guarantee. Be able to shop without worrying and at a major discount right here, all on the link right there. This is the like the grande size. Yes, it's like a normal length. It's perfect for all hair lengths and textures. So if you have short hair or long hair, this is amazing because you have this like flick of a switch icon to be able to change how your hair looks with the different curls. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.